On a restless evening, driven by a wave of unease I couldn't quite explain, I sent a message I didn't truly mean. It was more of a reach, an impulsive attempt to stir something in the stillness that had settled inside me. You cross my mind sometimes. Just a few casual words, typed without much thought. Like tossing a small stone into calm water. I never expected it to ripple as far as it did. I'm Emily, 36 years old. Married for 7 years. I always saw myself as someone with clear boundaries, someone who would never jeopardize her own happiness. But I was wrong. My life with Michael wasn't broken. There were no harsh arguments, no slamming doors, no venom in our words. Just a quiet, predictable existence. A routine so steady it eventually faded into background noise. We shared meals. We followed the same patterns. Our conversations were shallow, like echoes of what used to be. He'd ask about work. I'd give short answers. I'd check in on him. He'd nod, preoccupied. It was comfortable, familiar, safe. But the spark that once made our hearts beat faster had long since flickered out, replaced by dull routine. Then, one night, as I scrolled through an old university group chat, I noticed Ryan's name. His profile picture hadn't changed much, still the same relaxed smile, that magnetic confidence I remembered so well. When he reached out, it felt harmless. A small indulgence in nostalgia. We talked about those wild, impulsive nights, the late swims, the spontaneous road trips, the kind of stories Michael would never quite understand. But Ryan did. He remembered that part of me, the one that had a bit of fire in her eyes. Our chats were light-hearted at first, teasing, flirtatious, playful. And I kept telling myself it was innocent. A line unbroken. Just a bit of fun. One evening, with Michael already asleep from another long, tiring day, I typed a message, "You cross my mind sometimes." Immediately after, I followed it with, "Not like that. Just the old times." I watched as the typing dots blinked, paused, then blinked again. "Same here," he finally replied. In that moment, I felt something I hadn't felt in years, like a version of myself had suddenly been switched back on. I smiled, drifted off to sleep. Told myself nothing had changed. But the next morning told a different story. Michael didn't greet me with his usual kiss on the forehead. Didn't make my coffee. He sat silently at the table, eyes fixed on his phone, fingers scrolling. I brushed it off. Maybe it was stress. A rough start to the day. But when evening came, he never returned home. No call. No message. When he finally walked through the door, it was well past midnight. He said nothing, just passed by me without a glance and closed the guest room door behind him. The soft click of that door rang louder than any shouting ever could. By sunrise, he was gone. Half the dresser drawers were empty. His keys missing. His wedding ring left alone on the kitchen counter. Beside it, a note written in his precise, steady handwriting. "I heard what you said. That you think of him. I won't stay where I'm not enough." My legs buckled beneath me. The sound of the coffee machine was the only thing I could hear as I stared at the island, at what I had done. I called. I texted. Left message after message, voice trembling with regret. But there was no reply. His sister finally picked up. She said he was safe, but not ready to talk. I asked if he told her everything. "Enough," she replied. She said one careless message, those few words, had torn us apart. I didn't want Ryan. I wasn't looking to start over. All I wanted was to feel noticed. To feel like I still had something glowing beneath the surface of all the monotony. Michael had been my anchor. My constant. Ryan just reminded me of the version of myself I thought I'd lost. But chasing that brief echo of the past cost me something real. Weeks passed without a word. Then, one day at work, an envelope arrived. My name typed neatly on the front. Inside, divorce papers. I told co-workers vague things. Said we'd grown apart. Said it was mutual. I couldn't bring myself to admit the truth, that I had shattered everything for a few flirtatious texts and a bruised ego. Ryan messaged again, asked if I was doing okay. I didn't answer. The fantasy had evaporated, leaving nothing but a deep emptiness I couldn't fill. Months have gone by. I'm still here. Same job. Same house. Same daily rhythm. But everything is quieter now. Each morning, I wake up to an empty bed. Each time I instinctively reach out for him, I remember, he's not there. Regret has sharpened its edges. I still check his social media. He rarely posts, but when he does, I see it. There's a lightness in his words now. A sign that he's healing. Moving forward. If I could tell him one thing, it would be this. I never wanted Ryan. I wanted to feel alive again. But in chasing that fleeting sparkle, I lost the one person who truly mattered. I thought it was just a message. But sometimes, a few words are enough to destroy everything. And yes, I still think of you sometimes.